This is an all-women's female fight card. Sharon Martinez in the blue, Pizarro in the red.
Let's go. It's the first fight of 2025 and straight into the action from these ladies.
Alex, making your debut in La Jaula, second pro fight. The butterflies have to be there.
The butterflies definitely have to be there, and the adrenaline dump will be too if these girls really let it all out within the first minute. But that's what they gotta do.
Sharon Martinez was talking to her earlier on, a big fan of Alexis Arguello, legendary boxer. Also trained with the likes of Jimmy Morales, who competed at Copa Combate not too long ago here inside La Jaula. Trains out of the camp in Managua, Nicaragua, a very popular one, Extreme Combat Academy. 25 years old. She is very versed in jiu-jitsu. If you look at her resume, pretty much all of her fights have won by decision.
Yeah, we got to talk about Sharon Martinez. Her amateur run, first six fights of her career, all armbar wins.
And this is where she wants it, right here to the ground, but we can see she's trying to go maybe for that ankle lock, Alex.
And there's so many ways that people get creative with their ankle locks now, especially the Aoki trending. But now she's looking to pass. A bit of a scramble from these two.
4-piece out of training with Jose Mordan. Basically has had some of the top fighters out of the Dominican Republic. We've seen some that competed in La Jaula in Copa Combate. And there it is, Alex. Tell us here exactly. It's a dangerous position for Pizarro. What does she need to do to get that right foot out of the way, out of danger?
Yeah, Pizarro's definitely at this point going to have to put her weight towards Sharon and really lay some ground and pound like she's doing right now. She was initially looking for a knee bar, some type of leg entry, but that's pretty interesting considering we know how much success she's had in the armbar. She's immediately going for the legs, but now she's giving up this arm triangle-like position. She wants to stay away from that and try to escape this position.
Pizarro, prior to her MMA, she started off with karate and later on moved her way onto jiu-jitsu and Korean boxing and said, well, hey, I know a little bit of everything, might as well mix it up and take myself into mixed martial arts and test myself to see where I am. Her brother, too, trained in karate. So this is a family full of martial arts, was inspired to train in martial arts thanks to the legendary Hall of Famer, Miss Ronda Rousey. Ever since then, she said, I need to do what she did. That is an inspiration, just like many women have been inspired by Ronda Rousey.
Yes, it's definitely a fan favorite and big motivation for a lot of women. And, you know, if you get your first armbar in your professional career.
The atmosphere inside the arena is electric. Every seat filled as fans lean forward in anticipation. Two fierce warriors are about to collide in the center of the cage, and the tension is thick in the air. The lights dim and the announcer's voice booms over the loudspeakers, barely audible over the rising crowd noise. The cameras zoom in as the fighters make their walk to cage. First, Pearl Gonzalez, calm and focused, her walk steady, eyes locked straight ahead. Her hands are wrapped, taped with precision, and she raises her gloves toward the crowd, acknowledging the cheers and some scattered boos. She looks determined, ready, carved in focus. Moments later, Courtney Casey steps out, bouncing slightly on the balls of her feet, her jaw tight, her stare icy and piercing. There's fire in her expression, the kind that only comes
Card here on YouTube will start at 8 p.m. Sharon Martinez could be in trouble. Ray Ramos keeping a close eye on punches coming in. Fight is over. 2-0 for the lady from Santiago de Chile.
Pizarro gets it done in dominant fashion. She did not let those leg entries scare her, and man, Sharon, she's just definitely disappointed in herself because she was so hungry for the leg lock, but man, it was Pizarro's night.
Was that a mistake on Sharon, that she just didn't switch gears to something else and just stood there idle, just forcing that submission?
Yeah, you definitely would have thought after the first 4 or 5 solid elbows and punches that were coming down, she might have switched thoughts, but sometimes when you're in that position, the pressure is just that tough and you can't escape.
Couldn't just shrimp out, get out, and take it to the feet. Phenomenal victory there for the young lady. Claudia La Lobita Pizarro, folks from Chile.
Try to reverse position, but Casey presses her weight, landing short elbows and close. One of them slices above the eyebrow, and Gonzalez begins to bleed. The crimson trickle is faint but visible, running down the side of her temple. Ref separates them. They circle again. Pearl tries a head kick, partially blocked, but Courtney counters with a vicious left hook that clips Pearl clean. The crowd roars. That punch had venom. Gonzalez steps back, shakes her head, re-engages. Her eyes narrow. The pace increases. Pearl throws a 1-2 combo that misses.
Felt that one right there. She might have been out in that position if you see it. Maybe a second or two.
Yeah, and the referee really gave her plenty of time to recover, and as soon as she got flattened out, I think it was pretty clear that that was the right call.
El tiempo oficial, 3 minutos y 38 segundos en el round número 1. The official time, 3 minutes and 38 seconds of round number 1. And the winner, by technical knockout, la ganadora por knockout técnico, Sharon Moore.